What's the revenue models for the magazine? Like, where do you make money?
Yeah, subscription income is a big one. To be honest with you, with the rate that Royal Mail's been increasing its prices, which is an absolute killer for publishers, that just washes its face at the moment, really. We don't make much money off the subscriptions, if any. Um, Advertising revenue is the bulk of the revenue. That's the bulk of your profits. We do really, really well on that. We've got event income as well, and income from events and event sponsorship. My goal on my job this year has been creating additional sources of income. So I'm currently building an app, which is going to be a separate business, which I'm plugging into Bluebricks, which will be another revenue stream. And then I'm also building another version of Bluebricks, another subscription, which is going to be another revenue stream. And then finally, I'm creating a second magazine at the moment with separate advertisers in that, which will be another source of income. So just constantly trying to build that out, because the other challenge with publishing, I'll be entirely honest, very low order value. So you might get an advertiser for 500 quid, £1,000, whatever it might be. You need a lot of them to build a substantially sized business.
Do you only do subscription, or are you like in Waitrose and all the other sort of shops that you can advertise in, like the Tesco's and stuff, or are you just subscription only and then online to order?
Subscription only at a lot of property investment events and with high-end luxury hotels as well, a few of them around. Not in Waitrose or anything yet. I am going to look at that, but that's a whole different ball game as well. So I need to wrap my head around it.
I was going to say, because the amount, how do you know how many to print? I mean, if you're going to spend this much money and you're going to buy X amount of thousand copies and then you only sell half of them, that's obviously a constant risk. It's a bit like running a restaurant. Still don't understand how they know how much food they need to service for the next 3 or 4 days. I mean, it's once the magazine's expired, it's then just a cost to the business.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's the problem dealing with stock. I've always got a joke with people that I can pull a copy of Blue Bricks out wherever I am because they're everywhere. They're in the office, they're in the home, they're in the car. Um, so I've always got a copy of the back issues on there.
You're on. I've seen some publications bolt on like a media service to their businesses because once they're in with the kind of the contact slash the leads. Obviously, like most businesses, the lead generation is sometimes the most difficult. The difficult part. It's like kind of the bulk of the comes from advertisers. Is trying to get those leads of potential advertisers is probably the hardest bit of. And of course, getting high quality people to give the time to have an interview and stuff and make it interesting for readers to keep them coming back. So definitely chance to model. But in terms of what's all the people you've interviewed, what would you say the common kind of trends or uh, traits they have that you seem that kind of makes them successful? Would you say?
Yeah, it's really interesting you say that because I was thinking about this yesterday. Yesterday, I met Danny Inman, who's on the front cover of the next issue. He's an incredible guy that's done some mad stuff. Um, and it sort of hit me then. I think the common denominator is people that have got a ridiculous amount of drive, but people that can go through a ridiculous amount of pain. I think every massively successful person I've met has probably turned around and said that the juice isn't worth the squeeze for the input they put in, the output, even though the output looks massive and it might be millions of pounds, when they look at the personal sacrifices, said it's probably not worth it. So I think the massively successful people are the ones that are willing to go through the most pain and stay in the game the longest and to just crack on and do it rather than, you do see people that hover between course to course waiting to get motivation. And I think it's the people that jump in, do it, and sort of weather the storm.
If you enjoy content like this, then make sure you go and subscribe to the Ground Up Podcast.